The man had a huge appetite, devouring 100 bowls of rice in one sitting. The con artists were bankrupted by feeding him. They quickly lied to Jack that he had already mastered kung fu and invited him to try walking on steel spikes. Looking at the spikes sharp enough to pierce bone, Jack's legs trembled with fear. But encouraged by his master, Jack bravely took his first step. Before he could touch the spikes, the master signaled his accomplice to activate a mechanism. The spikes sank into the ground. Jack, eyes closed in fear, stepped down and felt no pain. Believing he had mastered kung fu, he ran forward confidently. With the master's coordination, Jack quickly completed the spike course and even passed other challenges. Jack believed he had mastered kung fu and immediately went to confront the bully to get his girlfriend back. But as soon as he reached the entrance, a security guard knocked him down with one blow. Jack angrily charged at the guard. The guard stepped back and Jack plunged straight into a pond. At that moment, he finally realized the kung fu master was a fraud and hurriedly fled. On his way, Jack saw someone performing iron body kung fu. Jack was amazed. After coming to his senses, he immediately offered a gold bar as tuition and begged the two con artists to teach him kung fu. But how could the con artists know kung fu? Even the swords they used on themselves were made of wood. Yet for the gold bar, they began teaching Jack made-up techniques. First, they put Jack in a large pot and boiled him in hot water, claiming this was forging iron. Jack was scalded nearly to death. Then the masters threw him into a vat filled with ice, claiming this was tempering. After the ice bath, Jack felt close to death. Then the masters poured strange liquids on him, claiming this would enhance steel hardness. After the whole process, Jack was truly near death. The con artists dared not continue their charade and quickly told Jack he had mastered kung fu and could now defeat the bully. They even used prop knives to cut at Jack. Seeing he wasn't injured, Jack believed them. Jack arrived at the bully's door and handed a knife to the guard, asking him to cut him, saying his body was now as hard as steel. But unexpectedly, with just a light slash, the guard made him bleed profusely, frightening Jack into a hasty retreat. Jack finally realized he had encountered con artists again. Jack went to a temple to put some ash on his wounds to stop the bleeding. Suddenly, an old man appeared, saying he sympathized with Jack's experiences and wanted to teach him kung fu. Jack eagerly accepted him as his master. The master had Jack thrust his hands into hot ashes, with burning incense all around. This was the foundation for practicing iron sand palm. With the slightest inattention, Jack would be burned and scream in pain. Striking bamboo poles, while having bricks smashed against his head, built hand strength and hardened his skull. Doing headstands with weights and sit-ups strengthened his core and flexibility. Through Jack's diligent training, he quickly developed impressive skills. But to prevent being deceived again, Jack went back to confront the bully. This time, when the security guard tried to throw Jack out, Jack surprisingly jumped right back. Seeing this, all the guards attacked together. Jack immediately fought back, easily defeating one guard. Jack pushed forward, nearly knocking out a guard with each punch.